Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. Now, let's discuss the sixth topic of this community development course with the learning outcomes to be achieved is CLO2, demonstrate the role of community leadership, popular participations, empowerment, volunteerism, problem solving and decision making in community developments through presentations. In these sections, we will explore community development agencies, similarities, differences, and coordinations. This topic is essential in understanding the role these agencies play in shaping communities. We will cover four key areas. First, the definitions of community development agencies. These are organizations that aims to improve the socio-economic and environmental well-being of communities. They work on local empowerment, resources management, and creating sustainable growth. Second, the similarities of these agencies. Despite operating in different contexts, many community development agencies share common goals. They all strive to uplift communities, address inequalities, and foster long-term growth through people-centered approaches. Third, the differences. Agencies vary in their structures, funding sources, and operational strategies. These differences are shaped by regional needs, governmental policies, and cultural contexts, resulting in diverse approach to community buildings. Finally, the coordinations. Effective collaborations between agencies is crucial for broader success. By networking and sharing resources, agencies can avoid duplications of efforts, address gaps, and create a unified impact. By the end of this module, you will be able to differentiate between communities development agencies and organizations, explain their key similarities globally, understand their varying goals, and demonstrate how coordination through networking enhances their effectiveness. Subtopic 1. Definitions of community development agencies. This subtopic aims to achieve module learning outcomes, enable students to differentiate between community development agencies and organizations. In this subtopic 1, we will dive into the definitions of community development agencies, what they are, what they do, and why they are so critical to fostering stronger, more resilient communities. Community development agencies are organizations that work tirelessly to improve the qualities of life within a communities. Their ultimate goal is to empower residents and address the specific needs of the communities they serve. These agencies operate in various domains, including economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental sustainability. Now, let's break these definitions down further. First, economic growth. Community development agencies often focus on improving the economic conditions of community by creating opportunities for jobs, entrepreneurship, and affordable housing. For example, an agency may offer job training programs to equip residents with skills needed for employment, or they may work with local governments and businesses to stimulate local economies. Take for instance, the Harlem's Children's Zone in New York, which offers programs designed to break the cycles of poverty through education and job opportunities for both children and their families. Second, social inclusion. These agencies also promote inclusivity and ensures that everyone, regardless of their background, has access to community resources. These include services like affordable housing, healthcare, and education. For instance, agencies often partner with local schools to provide after-school tutoring or with healthcare providers to set up clinics in unserved areas. Their aims is to ensure that no one is left behind, particularly marginalized and vulnerable groups. Finally, environmental sustainability. Many community development agencies are committed to ensuring that development is not only beneficial in the short term but also sustainable in the long term. This might involve promoting green initiatives such as renewable energy projects, community gardens, or recycling programs. For example, the Detroit Future Cities Initiative promotes environmental sustainability by turning vacant lots into urban farms and green spaces, simultaneously addressing environmental challenges and improving community well-being. In essence, community development agencies bridge the gap between government policies and local needs, ensuring that growth is inclusive, equitable, and sustainable. They work closely with residents, empowering them to take active roles in shaping their own communities. By addressing key areas like housing, employment, education, and sustainability, these agencies create a foundation for lasting change. As we continue, you will see how agencies like these around the world not only improve conditions for residents, but also inspire collective actions for long-term community resilience. Before we proceed to the next subtopic, let me explain a little bit about the difference between community development agencies and community development organizations. Community development agencies and community development organizations play crucial roles in improving local communities, but they operate differently. Community development agencies are typically government-run or publicly funded bodies focused on implementing policies, allocating resources, and providing infrastructure for developments. An example is the United States Agency for International Development, or also known as USAID, which funds and supports projects aimed at improving living conditions worldwide. On the other hand, community development organizations are usually non-profit or grassroots groups that work directly with local communities to address specific needs and promote sustainable development. An example is Habitat for Humanity, a global non-profit organization that builds affordable housing for families in need. While agencies may provide a framework and resources, organizations often act on the ground, directly impacting the communities. Subtopic 2, the similarities of the agency. This subtopic aims to achieve module learning outcome, explain the key similarities of community development agencies throughout the globe. Let us explore the similarities of community development agencies across the globe. While these agencies may operate in different contexts, they share key features that drive their work toward empowering communities and fostering sustainable developments. First, let's talk about their missions and goals. Regardless of locations or scope, all community development agencies have a common goal, which is to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Their work revolves around addressing local needs, whether it's affordable housing, health services, education, or job opportunities. For instance, an agency in rural Africa might focus on improving access to clean water and sanitation, while an agency in urban Europe might work on affordable housing projects. Despite these different focuses, their ultimate goal is always to uplift and improve the quality of life for the community members. Second, their focus on empowerment. A core similarities among these agencies is their emphasis on empowering residents. Community development agencies recognize that lasting change can only happen when communities themselves are actively involved in the process. These agencies offer various programs designed to build local capacities and promote self-reliance. For example, they may provide job trainings, education programs, or leadership workshops to equip residents with the skills they need to improve their life and their communities. A great example is a BRAC in Bangladesh, which empowers people through microfinance programs, allowing individuals to start small businesses and become economically self-sufficient. Next, community engagement. These agencies often involve community members directly in decision-making processes and program implementation. This engagement ensures that the initiative develops are relevant, address real needs, and have a support of the communities. This participatory approach is a hallmark of effective community developments. A local example might be an agency working on urban renewal projects where they gather input from residents to ensure the housing developments meet their specific needs and expectations. Involving the communities at every step ensures buy-in and enhances the likelihood of long-term success. Finally, partnership. Another key similarity is the reliance on partnership. No community development agency can work in isolation. They frequently collaborate with government entities, NGOs, private sector organizations, and even international bodies to leverage resources, expertise, and networks. For example, the Appalachian Regional Commissions, or known as ARC in the United States, works with local governments, private organizations, and educational institutions to tackle issues related to economic developments in the Appalachian region. These partnerships allow agencies to achieve more by pooling resources and expertise. In conclusions, while community development agencies may vary in their specific approaches, their shared missions of improving well-being, their focus on empowerment, community engagements, and strong partnerships are common threads that make them effective agents of change in communities across the world. By understanding these similarities, we can better appreciate the global efforts towards sustainable, inclusive development. Subtopic 3, the differences. This subtopic aims to achieve module learning outcomes, understanding the goals of various community development agencies throughout the globe. Now, let's discuss the differences among community development agencies. While these agencies share many similarities in their goals and approaches, there are also significant differences that shape how they operate and impact the communities they serve. First, the scope of work. Community development agencies vary widely in their focus areas. Some agencies might concentrate on specific sectors such as housing and infrastructure, working to improve living conditions and build sustainable housing projects. Others may focus on areas like education, health, or economic development. For example, an agency in developing countries may prioritize improving access to basic healthcare services, while an agency in the developed nations might focus on reducing homelessness through housing initiatives. These different focus areas reflect the unique needs of each community. Second, geographic focus. Another key difference in the geography is the geographic area in which these agencies operate. Some agencies work at a local level, concentrating on specific neighborhoods or cities, while others may have a regional or national scope. For example, a community development agency might focus exclusively on revitalizing a single neighborhood within a city, whereas a national agencies like the Department of Housing and Urban Developments in the United States works on housing issues across the entire country. The scales of their works directly influences the strategies and resources they use to meet community needs. Third, funding sources. The way community development agencies are funded is another major difference. Some agencies rely heavily on government grants to support their initiative, while others may depend on private donations, corporate partnerships, or community fundraising efforts. For example, an international NGOs like Oxfam may receive donations from individuals and corporations worldwide, while a local community development agency in a small town may primarily rely on government fundings or local fundraising efforts to carry out their programs. This type and amount of funding available can significantly affect the agency capacities to implement large-scale projects or long-term initiatives. Lastly, approach and methodology. Community development agencies often use different approaches or models for achieving their goals. Some agencies may adopt participatory planning, where community members are actively involved in shaping the development projects, ensuring that their voice and needs are reflected in the outcomes. Others might use a top-down approach where decisions are made by leaders or experts without as much community input. Additionally, some agencies may focus on market-based strategies, encouraging entrepreneurships and business development as a means to uplift community. For instance, the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh pioneered microfinance as a way to empower individuals to start businesses and improve their economic status, which is a market-driven approach to community development. To summarize, while all community development agencies share the common goal of improving communities, they differ significantly in their scope of work, geographic focus, funding sources, and approaches. These differences allow agencies to tailor their strategies to the unique needs of the communities they serve, whether they are addressing housing, education, health, or economic challenges. Subtopic 4, the coordinations. This subtopic aims to achieve module learning outcomes, demonstrate how coordinations can be achieved through networking. In this last subtopic, we will explore the importance of coordinations among community development agencies and how collaborative efforts leads to more efficient and impactful outcomes. In a world where multiple agencies are working to uplift communities, effective coordination is key to ensuring that their efforts are aligned and mutually reinforcing. First, let's talk about collaborative efforts. For community development agencies to be effective, they must communicate and collaborate regularly. By doing so, they avoid duplications of efforts and ensures that their resources are used in the most impactful way. When agency works in isolation, they may unintentionally overlap, causing wasted resources or confusions within the community. However, through regular communications and collaborations, they can divide tasks and focus on different areas while working towards a common goal. For example, a housing-focused agency could work alongside an agency focused on job training to ensure that once residents have secure housing, they also have access to employment opportunities, creating a holistic approach to community development. Second, share resources. Another important aspect of coordination is the sharing of resources. Community development agencies often share data, funding opportunities, or expertise, which enhance the effectiveness of their program. For instance, an agencies that specialize in economic development might share research data with another agency which focus on educational programs. In this way, they can tailor their initiative to better meet the community needs. Additionally, pooling resources such as funding or technical expertise allows agencies to implement larger-scale projects that they may not have been able to undertake individually. This kind of resource sharing amplifies their collective impact. Third, strategic alliance. Establishing strategic partnerships and alliances is critical for addressing complex issues that require multifaceted solutions. When agencies combine their strengths, they can tackle more significant challenges that go beyond the capacities of any single organization. A great example of this is the collaborations between housing agencies and healthcare providers to address homelessness and healthcare needs simultaneously. In cities like Los Angeles and many parts of the world, agencies have come together to offer integrated services that provide housing solutions coupled with healthcare support for homeless individuals. These partnerships create more comprehensive solutions, improving the overall qualities of life for vulnerable populations. Finally, centralized coordinations. In some regions, a coordinating bodies or networks oversees the collaborations among different agencies, ensuring that their efforts are harmonized. This centralized coordinations helps avoid silos and ensures that community needs are addressed comprehensively. For examples, the UNDP or United Nations Development Programs often act as a coordinating bodies for various community development efforts in countries around the world, bringing together local agencies, international organizations, and governments to ensure that resources are aligned and used effectively to meet national development goals. In conclusion, coordinations among community development agencies involve collaborative efforts, shared resources, strategic alliance, and in some cases, centralized coordinations. By working together, agencies can avoid redundancies, enhance the efficiencies of their programs, and create impactful solutions for the communities they serve. Effective coordination is what turns fragmented efforts into a unified force for positive change. As we conclude our discussions on community development agencies, similarities, differences, and coordinations, let's reflect on the key points covered in this topic. We began by understanding the definitions of community development agencies, which are organizations dedicated to enhancing the quality of life in community through initiatives like economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental sustainability. These agencies play a vital role in addressing local needs and empowering residents through services such as affordable housing, education, and health. Next, we examine the similarities that unite community development agencies globally. Despite operating in diverse regions, these agencies share common goals, which is improving community well-being, empowering residents, engaging communities in decision-making, and building partnerships to leverage resources and expertise. We also explore the differences among these agencies, noting that their scopes of work can vary greatly. Some may focus on housing and infrastructures, while others prioritize education, health, or economic developments. Their geographic focus, funding sources, and approaches to community developments can also differ, reflecting the unique needs and resources of the communities they serve. Finally, we discussed the importance of coordinations. Effective collaborations between agencies is crucial to maximizing their impact. By sharing resources, forming strategic alliance, and working under centralized coordinations, agencies can avoid duplicating efforts and address complex issues comprehensively. This topic aims to enable you to differentiate between community development agencies and organizations, explain their similarities and differences, and understand how coordinations through networking enhances their effectiveness. Thank you for your attention. and I look forward to our continued explorations of community developments in the next topic.